Hi there, welcome to this video. This is about the UK Games Expo 2017. We just came back a couple of days ago, went on the Saturday. It was fantastic. We enjoyed it even more than last year. It seemed busier, but you could still get round okay. We travelled up from Chester. It takes about an hour and a half to get to the Expo. Each ticket for the day was it £13, Donna?
Yeah.
With it, yeah, £13. So there was 4 of us went. I drove. There was myself and Donna, the wife, the brother-in-law Paul, he came down the night before, and then we travelled across Chester and picked up a gaming buddy of mine, Adam. That was his first UK Games Expo, and he came with us. So it took us about an hour and a half to get to Birmingham. Then we parked up at the Expo car park. We managed to find the year before free parking at some offices, but this time it was 12 quid, so we paid that between us. Just handy information for anybody that feels like going next year that hasn't gone before. Queuing once we got in, it took about 20 to 30 minutes. I can't remember exactly. Probably in between that, 25 minutes maybe, to queue. We paid all beforehand on the internet. It doesn't matter if you do that or not, but it may speed it up slightly, I think. And then you get your ticket, which you then pick up your lanyards and place your Expo ticket in these nice plastic lanyards, and of course you wear those around the con. Everybody's got one of these, but this one just says Saturday on it. There's mine and Donna's there, and the nice little keepsakes as well, aren't they? On about keepsakes, this year I purchased this little guy here. He's a nice, strong, solid, heavy, like silver metal figure. Says UK Games GE UK Games Expo 10. So he was left over from last year when it was the 10th anniversary of the UK Games Expo, because last year I found out my badge was on here, 10 years of the Expo badge. Is that picking it up enough, Donna, or do you want to come in a bit? So that was my badge that I picked up last year. And I seen these last year, and I didn't get one. So instead, this year I picked up him. So he's from last year, and they can stay on the shelf there near a brick. There we go. Can make a good start player or something. When we got into the Expo, we made a left straight away to the surprise stair stand, because I wanted to pick up some promos from Tony Boydell. We got the 2017 promo cards, Expo cards, and it's these for Snowdonia, for the excellent Snowdonia, who just happens to be here. It's not product placement, honestly. That's where Snowdonia lives. We played Snowdonia recently in the Penny Gurrid Hotel in Snowdon itself, so that was pretty cool. So in this one we've got the Coco Loco, looks pretty neat. We got Y is always an E, isn't it? Idre Goch. I don't know if I'm murdering these. We'll see. A tippity-tip top hat. A rolling chair. A broomstick, grandma there. And a castle. And we got on the back of that the summit, which is obviously Widfa. Or why? I'm not sure how the pronunciation is. Not too bad on the Welsh, but not fantastic. And also at the surprise stair stand, this has been getting a lot of buzz. Apparently it's a fantastic little micro game. It's not just good. People are saying that for the contents, I've read quite a bit about it, for the contents of this box, which I haven't opened up yet. There's also a promo for Snowdonia and Guilds of London in here from Tony Boydell. He's not designed this. David L. Mortimer has. We've got the fantastic Clemens Friends artwork in here. And but Surprise Stair has published it, and the rules, obviously they must have been a bit late on the rules because they came separate outside the box, so I presume there's no rules actually inside the box, but it's supposed to be a really great in-depth two-player game. So it's about the War of the Roses in England, and apparently there's tons and tons of depth to it. I read one comment where some guy, he got it at the Expo and he can't stop playing it, so really looking forward to opening up that and playing it. The Expo does not need to be expensive at all. I had a budget of about £50, and that was it. I'd already on a bring and buy off a guy called Nick Case, who's a UK games designer. He had a little game there, some about bees and a colony. But anyway, I got 2 rare Age of Steam maps. Got Australia and Tasmania, and Outer Space and Reversteam. We love Age of Steam, so that will go in my map box here with my expansion maps. So pick them up. Also, Donna decided she liked the look of this little tin, Fast Flip, a little card game to play with the kids. Bearing in mind with the kids, Sam and Charlie came last year, and it was a bit long for them and everything. So this year they didn't. They decided they didn't want to come. So, but me and Donna, we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. And but I got this for the family. Really, I was going to get it about 18 months or so ago. It was a fantastic price with the large rollout like mouse mat board. So this is one gigantic board rather than this cardboard that'll be in here. And both from the repo stand, both for 35 quid. Well, you know, that's a bargain, isn't it? And no P&P on top, so that was fantastic. Really chuffed at that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun with the family. It's a bit like charades sort of thing. What else? So, seen lots and lots of new types of games. So I've seen lots of prototypes. We sat down and played oops, sorry, that's Donna sneezing. We sat down with Tony Boydell and played a 4-player game of the excellent A Nice Cup of Tea, and that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? It's very familiar to Snowdonia, but very different also. It's not as restrictive, I'd say, as Snowdonia. There's a lot more ways to have fun and get a lot of stuff in it, and it looked really good. So we had a great time playing that with Tony Boydell. Wandering around the halls, I was stood at a stall, and the guy next to me, I just thought something familiar about him, and I looked, and it was the great UK game designer Richard Breese, who's designed all the Keyflower games. I met him a couple of years ago, one summer at Paul Grogan of Gaming Rules. He had a convention on at his house in Devon, and I was invited along. And we played 3 games with Richard, 3 of his games. One about with the shrimps. Can't remember what that's called, but that's a great game. I've been looking for a first edition copy ever since. Reef Encounter, that's it. I'm surprised I remember that, and that is a cracking game. Z-Man did a version of it, but I want the original version because it was so nice with the watercolours and everything, and it's a great game, and you've got these lovely shrimps in it. We played that with Richard, and we also played Keyflower, and now Key to the Kingdom London, is it called, or one of that, but we played an early prototype of that. So yeah, met Richard and said hello. Then we made our way round the con, looking at many different types of games. We came across the Artipia game stall. Nikos and Konstantinos, or rather Konstantinos and Nikos. I think Konstantinos is the boss there, or I might get that be wrong. I think they're both very active for Artipia games. I've spoken to them many times on Board Game Geek. They're really nice guys. I met them last year, and this year they were demoing, amongst a couple of other games, Kitchen Rush. Now Donna liked the look of that on Kickstarter, so we had back that game, and we sat down at was it 4-player we played that? Me, you, Adam, me, Donna, Adam and Paul, and that was a lot of frantic, goofy fun. first of all, you know, there's so much to do with getting orders out and washing dishes and getting more people in and sorting out the maitre d' and buying more produce, and it's just, and you got these orders to bang out, and we failed miserably, didn't we? And there's an easy, medium, I think, and hard level, and it was a lot of fun. We played 4 rounds of it, which I think is a full game, isn't it? And there's at one point, because you've got 4 people around the table, that's obviously 8 hands, and stuff's just happening all over, isn't it? And it just gets crazy and fun, and it's all against a 4-minute timer. It was a lot of fun, that, so really pleased about that one. Down round to the Taste of Minstrel Games stall. I think that might be the first time, you know, that I've been at the UK Games Expo. Seth Jaffe was there. He's quite high up at TMG, isn't he? And I recognised him and had a chat with him, and I asked him if he had any TMG Deluxe, TMG Yokohama Deluxe by TMG. This is a fantastic game, this is. It's so good. Paul wants a copy of the deluxe version, and they were having some at the con, but Seth told me that they sold out of the deluxeified versions, I think before the con even opened to other game designers. So that was completely walking around. Then we saw the Dice Tower guys. Could see Tom Vassell there. I'd spoke to Tom Vassell last year. We had a nice picture with him. Me and Paul did. This time, there always seems to be people queuing up to talk to Tom. Yeah, so there was always people talking to Tom. So I met and spoke to Z Garcia, and then had a really nice chat with Sam Healy, who's so friendly, really friendly, nice, warm guy. Really nice to speak to, and had a good 5-minute chat with him. Couple of great things that happened at the expo as well, for me personally. Well, one, I got a guy that I game with from the Runcorn Club, Andrew. He texted me a couple of pictures saying, what do you think of this game and what do you think of that game? I didn't know he was going to the expo, and I thought, is he at the expo? We were actually sat down having our food at the time, our sandwiches and stuff. And then I got a call. He was near, there's a big double-decker bus inside the expo. I mean, there's a double-decker bus, there's a TARDIS, there's a big, I think it's not Millennium Falcon, what's one of the big Star Wars ships. Anyway, people will know what it is that have been there. And so these are various landmarks, and he was stood near the bus, and we met up with him. That was a nice surprise. But what was really good as well, Adam loves board games. He comes gaming here on a Tuesday. He's an old workmate when we were both at different jobs. We met years ago at a different job. And he has a couple of little card games, but his very first modern board game he bought, we have it over there. He's played it many times. He's been after it for a while. It was Descent Journeys in the Dark 2nd edition, so he bought himself a brand new copy there. And he's really good at painting, so he's going to paint all the figures up and everything. So I'm really chuffed for Adam that that happened for him, and can't wait to play with his painted set. So plenty to do. Sat down, so we played a nice cup of tea. We played Kitchen Rush. I played this other game, a demo of it, New Earth. Donna and myself played a card game. I think I've got Kaleidoscope. That was it. That was quite neat, wasn't it? I'm rubbish at them sort of games, but Donna really enjoyed it. So we may pick that up for the kids. I don't know. I've got some promo stickers and bits and pieces here. Sinister Fish Games, Helio Di Grado publisher, Burning Games. They make excellent little bookmarks, these, for when you're reading game manuals or anything. Oh, this game looked absolutely fantastic. This one, it looked really good. I'll be keeping an eye out for this. And it's Everdark. So it goes, what is Everdark here? And it'll be coming on Kickstarter 17th of June. It looks really good. Just check it out. You know, whether you'll decide whether you like it or not after looking at the Kickstarter, won't we? But it looks really good. There's one here that looked really good as well. Ether Wars or Ether Wars, Dragons Conquer America. And then another one. This is all by Burning Games and Faith, the sci-fi RPG. Yeah, that's about Faith, the sci-fi RPG, and also Viper Printing. They're the people. I'm sure. Yeah, I know this is where I got this off the stall. They're the people that are doing the replaceable stickers for Gloomhaven, and they had sets there. And I've already paid for my set, and they were going to let me pick up a set there. And then the lady said, "Yeah, you can pick it up, but it's not going to come in a little folder where when we send them out, they're going to come in a little folder to keep it all together." And I said, "Oh, I'll just wait for it to come out because they're going to send them out just prior to the game being delivered anyway." Gloomhaven second printing, so left it at that. Loads of stuff in this. Everybody can pick up one of these catalogues when you're at the expo, and there's tons and tons and tons of stuff to have a good read about in there. Food wise, we take a rucksack with us for putting games and bits and pieces in each. Always take a rucksack to an expo, and we took all our sandwiches and drinks, so it doesn't have to be an expensive time. Some people, there's plenty of good food and stuff in the expo, but with having 4 kids, you get used to taking your food with you in rucksacks and stuff. But that was the expo this year. It was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? I mean, Donna really enjoyed yourself this time, didn't you?
Yeah, I loved it.
You loved it, and we can't wait to go. I think we might be cracking open Concept later to play this evening. Been so busy, but the expo was fantastic. If you haven't been to the UK Games Expo, get there. It's brilliant. I know a lot of people have been to these expos and they'll know what I'm talking about. But we all love this hobby, don't we? If you're watching this, then you love the board gaming hobby, and it's so nice. You're going to have some friends that love the hobby, that you probably have some family members that love the hobby, but there's also a lot of people that that just wouldn't entertain our hobby. So being amongst thousands, literally thousands of people that are obsessed with the hobby as much as you are, it's just fantastic. It makes you feel all happy inside. It is a lot of fun. So if you get a chance to go, just go. It's on for 3 days every year, the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And well worth it, as will be the cons all around the world. So that was the UK Games Expo 2017. Thank you very much for watching. And and this time I got this little mic. It was only a little cheap mic off Amazon, but it's got good ratings. So if there's any difference in noise, I'm hoping it's an improvement. We've done a few experiments with it. If people prefer it the way it was before, just let me know in the comments below the video on YouTube. If you prefer it this way, if the sound's better, or if I need to tone down, because I'm used to having to kind of shout almost, so the video picks it up without a mic. But maybe I'm trying to adjust my volume down to take into account the mic. So hopefully it's an improvement. Just let me know. All right, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, bye.